Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Look at the US markets. The US markets were higher yesterday, and despite there was a slightly negative news in inflation front. Retail sales data came better than expected, but still, yesterday the significant thing in US is not markets moving higher. The US VIX came down by nearly 5%. And now it has come below 13. So that means, so below 15 is considered to be generally a bull market, so you will always apply buy and dip strategy in a bull phase. So Asian markets are mostly higher and GIFT Nifty indicating another 40-50 point gap up, and GIFT Nifty indicating a gap up opening above yesterday's high. So that is technically very, very strong. And now we are into the 11th trading session of this series. And then every day markets are going higher, just except one day where it closed slightly down, just 3 points. So otherwise, this seems to be a non-stop rally. And this is I can say, the most powerful rally. Normally, even in a bull market, the markets go higher slowly. So looking at the internals of the markets, the mid cap, small cap, Nifty all hit fresh all-time high in the last few weeks, but Bank Nifty did not. So that's mainly because HDFC Bank has been underperforming. So that is one thing. So now the question is, when all other sectoral indices hit fresh all-time high, and of course, IT will not do because IT has been in a structural downtrend. So except IT, all other major indices, sectoral indices hit fresh all-time high, but Bank Nifty all-time high is pending. From yesterday's close, the Bank Nifty all-time high is just another 200 points. So if it goes higher, so that alone will contribute about 60-70 points for Nifty. The second thing, yesterday, though markets were significantly higher, the two major index heavyweights, Reliance Industries and HDFC Bank, together they have 25% weightage in Nifty. So they both closed almost flat. So there was not any move in those two stocks, while other stocks led the rally. So in case if Reliance and HDFC Bank, started moving higher somewhat, and then, it will achieve two things. One is Bank Nifty all-time high, which is just 200 point away, and then Nifty will also hit fresh all-time high. So the trend is clearly up, as I said, and I've been telling you since 19,700. Our market is in a very, very clear uptrend, and it has already given 400 to 500 point rally from that level. So usually in the technical, it's a momentum. So after Nifty moved some point, then only the technical will show long. And earlier, what I used to do, the market has already moved so much higher. So how much it's going to go higher? So in that sense, I used to short the market. But now, ever since I started following the trend, so now I go with the trend. So just remember, last expiry, the Nifty low was 19,223. From there, if it has come to 19,700, which is already 400, 500 point higher. And logically, people will think that, market has already shot up 400, 500 point. So they will always be thinking in the short mode. But market has actually moved another 400 to 500 point from that 19,700. So this is technical. So if there is a momentum built, so it won't tell you the bottom of the market, it won't tell you the top of the market, but it will tell you from where the probability of market going higher is high. So that's all about the technical. So we have only 9 more trading sessions, and today is Friday, so not to forget. And usually Monday to Friday, Thursday, if the markets are higher, so there will be definitely at least one intraday fall on Friday. or towards the last 1 hour. But who knows? Probably that fall has actually happened yesterday. Yesterday, the Nifty has fallen more than 100 point intraday and then recovered. So there is a possibility that today there might be some selling at the higher level. So how long market can keep on going higher and higher? You know, market going higher is not a problem, but market going higher within a short time frame. So that is the problem. So as and when the profit booking comes, so you have already seen that, you have already tested it just 2 days before. In just first half an hour, many mid cap and small cap stocks fell like 10%, 15%. So when the non-stop rally comes, so that will end up somewhere, something like that. So it will be very, very scary. So that is why slow and steady always wins. So if slowly goes higher, then while returning or falling also, it will come slowly. So that is the only worry right now. So otherwise the market trending is, its trending is higher. As I always say, trend is your friend until it bends. So until you get some clue, so just keep the long positions. And US markets, VIX falling 5% and falling below 13 is something really very interesting, because next week there is a Fed meeting. So ahead of the Fed meeting, the people are not scared. So that shows that most probably the Fed meeting will be a non-event, and likely there will be no interest rate hike further. So anyway, so we will see what is going to happen today. So remember, even in an uptrend market, do not chase the market. So market will always give an intraday fall, an opportunity. So yesterday gap up open, but Nifty fell more than 100 point intraday. But in the last 1 hour, it shot up about 70, 80 points. So the same trend continues. So the trend is up, and look for some intraday fall if you want to take fresh long position. But if you are holding a long position, you can just continue to hold. So until the trend is reversing. So there are some technical issues here in Singapore, so I am not able to do the video. So apologies. I don't know whether I can resolve it by Monday. So if I cannot resolve, maybe for another 2 or 3 days. I'm returning to India next week, the middle itself, by Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not very sure. I have to check the flight ticket. So it's a matter of another few days. So apologies for the inconvenience. Hope you enjoyed listening to this audio podcast. Thank you for listening.